Real quick, what's the easiest choice you can make? Window instead of middle seat? Picking a vendor who sends a great gift basket? Outsourcing business tasks you hate? What about selling with Shopify? Shopify is the global commerce platform that helps you sell at every stage of your business. From the launch your online shop stage to the first real life store stage, all the way to did we just hit 1 million orders stage, Shopify is there to help you grow. Shopify helps you turn browsers into buyers with the internet's best converting checkout up to 36% better compared to other leading commerce platforms. I love that Shopify has been there since the beginning of my businesses. I've launched merch. I've done so much with Shopify, and they just make it so easy to put out what you need to put out. Even creating your website is so easy. I just love it. So if you're ready to grow your business, it's time to grow with Shopify. Sign up for $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/pretty, all lowercase. Go to shopify.com/pretty now to grow your business no matter what stage you're in. Shopify.com/pretty. Don't let the back-to-school season set back your nutrition. Green Chef is making it easy to stick your healthy eating habits with a new, more flexible menu featuring over 35 customizable recipe options every week. And if you're ready to take your healthy eating habits up to the next level, Green Chef's healthiest menu ever is now accessible to you, and you're also able to access thousands of top-rated gyms and fitness studios worldwide from ClassPass. For a limited time, new Green Chef subscribers will also receive 50 free credits to use at ClassPass, about a month's worth of membership. Green Chef has quality whole foods with limited processed ingredients and organic farm fresh produce in every box. Make Green Chef the #1 meal kit for clean eating. And to make it even easier, stick to your clean routine all day long with grab-and-go breakfast and snack options like protein-packed egg bites, plant-based protein shakes, and nut butter bites. And if you think eating clean can't taste good, have no fear. Green Chef's recipes will have you swooning with every bite. Green Chef has helped me save so much time by just having my meals ready and avoiding having to go to the grocery store because that can take up so much time. I love their healthy menu options because it just makes it easier to stick to my lifestyle and my diet. Go to greenchef.com/prettyclass for 50% off your first box, plus 50 free credits with ClassPass. That's code PRETTYCLASS at greenchef.com/prettyclass to get 50% off your first box plus 50 free ClassPass credits. Okay, I wanted to do a little rant on the podcast today. You know, one thing that I really hate about adulting is making doctor's appointments. I don't know why they give me so much anxiety, and I just hate doing them. You know what I don't hate and has actually helped me make my doctor's appointments, and it's a lot easier, and I don't have anxiety when I make my appointments? ZocDoc. So ZocDoc is a free app or website where you can look up high quality doctors and compare so you can find your favorite one. You can literally find doctors for everything, for your regular healthcare, for your eye doctors, your dentist, anything. And what's really helpful is that you can filter for doctors that take your insurance. My favorite part is that you can see their actual appointment openings, so you can select the one that fits your schedule and book right there and then. And ZocDoc appointments are quick. They usually happen 24 to 72 hours after booking your appointment. I know ZocDoc has helped me out so much, so I think you guys should definitely give it a try too. So stop putting off those doctor's appointments and go to ZocDoc.com/prettynotsmart. Find and instantly book a top-rated doctor today. That's ZocDoc.com/prettynotsmart. ZocDoc.com/prettynotsmart.
Welcome back to another episode of Pretty Not Smart with your host, Louie, aka the baddest perra.
And Yoatzi.
And our special guest, Dr. Chandri. Y'all, Dr. Chandri is the one who gave us our pompies.
The one who gave us our BBL.
The BBL king.
Chi-Chi's too, right?
Oh, that's right.
Chi-Chi.
For real,
I'm
he
like,
built
you weren't
her.
supposed to say that. I'm just kidding. he all built me.
He fully built her.
He built me.
Pompies. I think he did your knees too, right?
Bitch. Like, and your nose, your eye.
Nalgas is pompies, right?
Yes.
Yeah. We're all teaching him Spanish
For
this
us.
episode.
No, he knows.
I know.
He's a Latina. All right. Well, he builds us Latinas.
He builds the Latinas.
Y'all, we're so excited to have Chaudry on our podcast.
Thank you
Thanks
so
for
much for
having me.
coming. Yes.
It was a pleasure.
You guys, so like a while back, Yoatzi had mentioned that she wanted to ask Dr. Chaudry to come on our podcast. She's like, I want to talk all BBL.
All
want to talk
surgery.
about the surgeries because I know a lot of y'all are always asking us so many questions, but I feel like me and Yoatzi try not to give so much information like when it comes
Like
to
medical
the surgery.
terms.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, I don't want to say the wrong shit and then people be like, bitch, you said it. So I was like, you know what, let me just not say like all the medical stuff.
Yeah.
But we finally got the opportunity to have Chaudry on our podcast. So he's going to fully get into it, answer some of y'all's questions that I know I see a lot. But then we also want to get into like how we got our surgeries,
Yes,
our experience,
how we met
how we
'em.
met.
But do you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, sure. Dr. Chaudry, board certified plastic surgeon in Beverly Hills, owner of Be That Beautiful Plastic Surgery.
Yes.
Born and raised in Inland Empire, Chino Hills, California. Educated in Europe for 6 years, got my MD at 23.
Oh, wow. That's crazy.
Lived in the Midwest for 6 years where I did my plastic surgery training in Oklahoma
no
City,
way.
OU. Go Sooners, go
Wow.
up like the Thunder, you know.
Wow.
Then I did a fellowship in New York City at Manhattan Iron Throw Hospital for a year. For
How
an extra year of training.
cool.
And I came back and started my stuff.
Ooh,
Oh, wait,
and
so how many years total was that then?
After high school,
Yeah.
15.
15 years?
Yeah.
That is insane. Did you always know you wanted to be plastic surgeon?
I knew I wanted to be a doctor in high school.
Mm-hmm.
And then my dad's a veterinarian, so I like surgery.
Oh, no
Oh.
way.
And
That's
then
cool.
what inspired me was like, I don't know if you're probably too young for this, like Nip Tuck, Dr. 90210, those type of TV shows.
Yeah, Nip Tuck, yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
I was like, okay, that's cool. And
There were just shows about like plastic surgery.
Okay.
and then I got into it, like in med school, like researching it. I'm like, okay, you can operate head to toe. You can do like cancer victims, burns, like reattach limbs. I've reattached fingers, toes.
Oh my God.
I've reattached dicks before.
Shut
No,
the, there's
you
no
have
way.
not.
I'm like, can you help me?
That's
That's
so
crazy. I didn't know
crazy.
that.
I didn't even know they fall off.
No, well, some guy cut his own dick off.
Bitch.
Why?
He was trying to kill himself.
Oh my
Oh,
God.
I was about to say something.
Yeah, he was a little cuckoo. You know?
Oh my God, that's crazy.
But I've done some crazy things, like, you know, reconstructed people after they try to kill themselves with like
my
gunshot
God.
blasts.
Oh
you know.
my God,
But
that
that's
is
all. That's all
insane.
plastic surgery. It's not just boobs and
Yeah.
nalgas and
And that's
pompies.
crazy because when you think of plastic surgery, I feel like, well, at least me, I just think
Like
GGs,
cosmetic
BBL.
kind of things like
Yeah,
that.
you don't think of like accidents that people require.
or cancers. I did a lot of breast
Yeah.
cancer
Oh,
reconstruction.
that's awesome.
Yeah, so
I feel like, well, obviously you were like into surgery and all that, but have you ever been like squeamish with blood or seeing anything like that or anything about it that just makes you like, ugh?
I mean, there have been times where, like, you know, like the smells, and sometimes in the hospitals, like, you know, like I've seen wounds, like, you know, it's sad, like, you know, these neglected elderly people, they sit on their wounds, they poop and pee on themselves, and they have maggots coming out of
Oh
them.
Shut
my
the hell
God.
up. Oh
And
my God.
it smells like death, like a dead body.
Oh my God.
There's a lot of, like, you know, those are like really bad cases.
Have
know?
you seen, well, I'm sure you have, but have you seen dead bodies?
Yeah, we did anatomy on dead bodies, you know.
Oh, that's right. To like,
right.
To learn anatomy, like, remember my first day at med school, like, they would have dead bodies in front of you.
Yeah.
But not just full dead bodies, but also have, like, parts of bodies, like arms,
There's
hands,
no
brains.
That
way.
is insane.
They would have, like, a torso. They have, like, even, like, part of, like, the pelvis with just the vagina or
That's
penis.
no-
disgusting.
And you have to, like, dissect it, and, like, you know, they'd be like, oh, what's that? What's that?
like,
What's that?
Oh.
That was our test every Friday. It was called card signing. I'd get so nervous
No.
over it. They'd be like, what's that artery? What's that vein? What's this?
Oh my God.
But, like, on
I
real-
can't
on a real
body.
dead, a dead body.
That
and
is insane.
and some on the face one, the face ones are trippy because it's like the guys like this.
no.
They're dead.
They're dead.
yeah.
And they're sometimes like their heads chopped off, and they're just like.
Oh.
There's no way.
I could never.
So if you ever
I could
ever
not.
donate your body to science, like
I was about to ask you that. Those are people who like donate and they're just like, yeah, because I've heard about that a
Yeah.
lot.
Are you
but
donating your body to science?
bitch, no.
We're gonna be like,
I'm gonna get
okay.
frozen and created into like a, what is it? Like a statue.
like what? Like Walt Disney. You
It's
know
all
how they
rotten.
say
you're
he's
gonna
all
need a big
frozen.
part for your butt though.
For real, everyone's like,
Gonna
what
need
is
a big
that?
fridge for that.
No, they're gonna like, if I donated it, people are gonna like get it. Like, is this a boy or a girl?
Is this a female or male ass?
For real, huh? Then they like see the friend and be like, oh wait.
Well, I wanted to test your knowledge on just life, if that's okay.
Okay.
We want to test
Wait.
your smartness.
Oh God.
So obviously, I feel like me and Yoatzi are like airheads, pretty not smart, but we know you're like smart when it comes to like surgery and like doctor, which I do.
Doctor stuff.
Doctor stuff.
But I think Yoatzi's, right? Your questions are more like street smart.
They're
questions?
definitely not doctor smart.
Oh man.
Okay.
Because
We already know you know all that.
Yeah, I was like,
Okay.
I know he knows all his medical stuff. So I'm going to
right.
test you on just life stuff.
Let's
my
see
God.
if Dr. Chaudhry's pretty not smart.
Okay, well, this one, I asked him if he likes Disney. He said he likes Disney.
Okay, so these are like
So this one's a Disney one.
Okay.
Okay. How many dwarves, is that how you say it?
dwarfs.
Doors.
Dwarfs?
Yeah.
Doors. Babe, how many doors?
How many dwarfs are in Snow White?
7.
That was a fucking bitch. Isn't it called Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs? Bitch.
It's because what if he just said he's a Disney fan and he's a fake Disney
Alright,
fan?
bitch, even if you're not a Disney fan, you know it's 7.
Okay. This one.
Okay.
Which oceans do you have to cross to travel from LA to Tokyo, Japan?
Pacific.
Like
Really?
nothing, yeah.
Shut up, man. I was about to be like, how the fuck do you want him to know?
Dude, and he like literally took less than like 10 seconds to answer that. He was like, Pacific?
Pacific. Yeah.
Well, that's something that us here at Pretty Not Smart would have not gotten.
But you,
No
can, you
ways.
can go the other way too if you want to be cheap. You know, get a cheaper flight, go longer, 24 hours.
That's true.
Oh, so the quicker way would be
Quicker-
Pacific.
yeah, direct.
Wait, so if you were to like,
You can go to like Europe and then from
really?
Europe.
So it's
to-
just left to like where Cali's at? Right?
yeah. I
If
mean,
you take the Pacific?
yeah, just like Pacific. You get a direct flight probably.
I feel so lost. I'm like, where am I on the
You
world?
asked this question and you're all confused.
It's because they give me the answers. I don't actually know it.
Bitch.
Okay, this is the last one, but this one's going to test more of your memory.
Oh God.
I want to know if you can name all of the surgeries you've done on me.
Oh yeah, of course.
You can?
Yeah.
Okay, let's hear it.
BBL
Uh-huh.
with 360 lipo.
Uh-huh.
Okay. I did your buccal fat,
Yes.
face tight neck lipo.
Yes.
Okay. I did your chi-chis,
My
your breast
chi-chis.
augmentation. Okay.
Uh-huh.
And then I did your round 2 BBL.
Uh-huh.
And we did not do arms.
We did not do
'Cause
arms.
You didn't want to last
I
month.
like flaked last
The
one. I was
last-
like, no arms, because I got scared.
That's it.
No, you're missing one.
Shut up. Mm-hmm. I forgot you did your fucking face.
Yeah, he did my buccal fat removal. He did
Oh,
my
wait.
face lipo.
You did lipo on her brain. That's the one.
It's not surgery, but PRP skin facial.
No, not that one. It's
Okay.
surgery vibes.
I forgot.
Oh my God, you did another round of chin lipo on me.
Oh,
the
yeah,
second time we did
yeah.
my BBL.
Damn.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Shut up. I don't
Yeah.
remember you having a face.
I did. I was like,
I remember.
You did.
so his memory's not that great.
People will say my memory's not great. It's very selective.
No, well, honestly, I mean, it's way better than fucking mine. I forgot you did the buccal fat.
Yeah.
I forgot you did,
You did buccal
Yeah,
fat.
I forgot you did your
the
chin.
skin tightening and the lipo. And then, yeah, the second time I got my BBL, we did one more round of, I think, skin tightening and chin lipo.
Yeah.
Wait, you guys, one thing that's like crazy to me, I think you had mentioned to me that there's some patients who want to do like their BBL or like even lipo like awake, right?
Yeah.
What do you?
We do that too still sometimes, but
Yeah.
I don't think you can
insane.
get it as big doing it awake versus asleep. You can't also get out as much fat in one go. So if I want to do a full 360 and if you're big, I can't do it all in one day because the numbing medication
Yeah,
dose
that's true.
it's too much in one day sometimes.
Oh.
So you got to stage it. So if, like, maybe I'll do your front sides one day and your back the other. If you're big and there's a lot of fat I have to take out. And then sometimes, no matter how numb I get you, some people are just anxious or just sensitive in certain areas
Oh,
of the
yeah.
belly button, the ribs. So it's good for some people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's not for everybody.
Like recommend.
But if you go down all the way, then you can do everything.
I can go ham. Like
Yeah,
hard.
because you're just like
I'm just
doing
like,
your thing.
Yeah, and then I can be aggressive.
Yeah.
I'm not too worried about the numbing medication dose because it's lower when you're asleep.
Oh, okay, right.
And so I can do more. And I can get your butt bigger. Because and it's shorter too, because half of the length of an awake procedure, I'm just trying to get you numb, make you comfortable.
Oh man,
it takes
that
way
sucks.
longer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you prefer when they're fully asleep?
I prefer it, but if they really want it awake, I'll do it awake. Because there's some people that are just scared of general anesthesia.
Yeah, of general anesthesia, but I think it's chill.
Wait, I feel
I'm
like
used to it.
you should explain what BBL stands for and what it is for people. Because I feel like even now.
Oh, yeah. In case you guys don't know what
I think
the
a lot of
BBL
people will
is.
still think like when me and you got to like, oh, we got our butts done.
Yeah.
They think straight just implants.
Yeah.
I remember there was this one time, oh my God, I was at a store. So I feel like I don't care that people don't have surgery, obviously. I feel like people are going to see me and be like, oh, he has his butt done. There was this one girl, I remember I was at H&M and she walks up to me. She's like, oh my God, like I love your videos. Well, and I was like, okay, cute. So we had a full conversation. We took a picture. And then out of nowhere, and I swear to you, the whole combo was like normal, like voice level. And I don't know, we're like at the checkout line. She's in front of me. We're already like moving on with our day.
Yeah.
She turns around. She's like, wait, you have butt implants, huh? And I was like,
What the
bitch.
heck?
But like loud. Like the full combo was normal. Like it's like, hey, how are you? And then out of nowhere, wait, you have butt implants, right? And I was like,
This means
so
I
what?
wanted the world to know.
No, one, I was just like, well, thanks for telling everybody. But then two, because everybody in line was like, bitch, like checking me out. But two, I was just like, you're gonna say that I have butt implants?
Did you say no? You were like, no.
Yeah, I was like, I don't have butt implants.
Yeah.
And then she's like, no, yeah, you have your body done. She's like, it looks so good. She's like, she didn't mean it in a bad way, but I was like, got a BBL. But I feel like when I said that, she was like, what the? So I
she
feel like
doesn't
people
know what it
know
is.
we have our bodies done, but not
Yeah.
everybody knows exactly what a BBL is.
Yeah. So BBL just stands for Brazilian butt lift. It was just like a term basically for removal of fat, liposuction, or smooth sculpt, some sort of removal of fat and transferring it to your butt. Okay. Reason why they call it Brazilian butt lift, maybe Brazil, people have nice butts there.
Oh, yeah,
and
I've heard of that.
some people claim the first one was done there, but some people
no
claim it was
way.
in LA. Who knows? But it's just a term, Brazilian butt lift, fat transfer.
Yeah, it's literally just taking fat from someone, putting it
Putting
somewhere
into
else.
your butt,
Yeah.
But butt implants, not common. We still do them. I mean, I offer them to very skinny girls. I do a supercharge approach where we do a small implant and then fat for the hips because implants won't give you hips.
Yeah. Oh, that's
Right,
right. I think
right.
you did say that once.
But they do have hip implants. They're so crappy though. I've seen some people come see me afterwards where they get them elsewhere. They're so bad.
Oh.
You can see like where it starts and ends, and like it's just really hard.
Just because naturally we don't have like a lot of fat there.
No, you don't.
Especially if you have like
That's why
hip dips.
Hip dips are the hardest part of the BBL.
Yeah.
Because the skin can be so tight there, and there's very little fat. So sometimes I always tell people like you may need it around 2 if you want it really round and you're very dipped
Yeah.
Oh, that makes sense.
to build up on it.
Because okay, so I've heard a lot of people like who like girls who have gotten like BBLs, they have like really like noticeable like hip dips.
Yeah.
And then I've heard where like they'll get it done and then they say that like it gets a little bit smaller, but that makes sense because our bodies can't even probably hold the fat there
No.
that well.
You need to expand that skin. So like the process I use, I don't use syringes, which are very static. I use a vibratory cannula that expands the skin to accept more fat.
Yeah.
Okay. But even there's a point of no return. Like you can't. There's only so much fat I can put in one go where it
Right.
just starts to get so tight. So some people with very bad dips, they need to get a second round later on. Like that's just the way it is.
To
Just
just
to get
like
it, like, touched
fully
up.
round them
to
and make
get
it
like a
look
really
nice.
round result.
Real quick, what's the easiest choice you can make? Window instead of middle seat? Picking a vendor who sends a great gift basket? Outsourcing business tasks you hate? What about selling with Shopify? Shopify is the global commerce platform that helps you sell at every stage of your business. From the launch your online shop stage to the first real life store stage, all the way to did we just hit a million order stage? Shopify is there to help you grow. Shopify helps you turn browsers into buyers with the internet's best converting checkout up to 36% better compared to other leading commerce platforms. I love that Shopify has been there since the beginning of my businesses. I've launched merch. I've done so much with Shopify, and they just make it so easy to put out what you need to put out. Even creating your website is so easy. I just love it. So if you're ready to grow your business, it's time to grow with Shopify. Sign up for $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/pretty, all lowercase. Go to shopify.com/pretty now to grow your business no matter what stage you're in. Shopify.com/pretty. Don't let the back to school season set back your nutrition. Green Chef is making it easy to stick your healthy eating habits with a new, more flexible menu featuring over 35 customizable recipe options every week. And if you're ready to take your healthy eating habits up to the next level, Green Chef's healthiest menu ever is now accessible to you, and you're also able to access thousands of top-rated gyms and fitness studios worldwide from ClassPass. For a limited time, new Green Chef subscribers will also receive 50 free credits to use at ClassPass, about a month's worth of membership. Green Chef has quality whole foods with limited processed ingredients and organic farm fresh produce in every box. Make Green Chef the #1 meal kit for clean eating. And to make it even easier, stick to your clean routine all day long with grab-and-go breakfast and snack options like protein-packed egg bites, plant-based protein shakes, and nut butter bites. And if you think eating clean can't taste good, have no fear. Green Chef's recipes will have you swooning with every bite. Green Chef has helped me save so much time by just having my meals ready and avoiding having to go to the grocery store because that can take up so much time. I love their healthy menu options because it just makes it easier to stick to my lifestyle and my diet. Go to greenchef.com/prettyclass for 50% off your first box, plus 50 free credits with ClassPass. That's code PRETTYCLASS at greenchef.com/prettyclass to get 50% off your first box plus 50 free ClassPass credits.
You know what's crazy? So obviously we're talking about surgeries. I feel like, well, I got my surgery when I was I 20?
I don't know.
Or
It
21?
was like 2020, so it was 4 years ago.
Okay, so I think I had just turned like 21.
Okay.
But I feel like back then I was just like, whatever. I wasn't as squeamish. I was a little bit squeamish, but I feel like now, like thinking about it, since I'm just like, oh, like it gives me like the chills thinking about like
way more.
the surgery, or like even right now that you were talking about like all the like the blood or the body parts that you've seen.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's just that like maybe I've gotten more nervous as I've gotten older, but I feel like I remember when we first did it, I was more nervous with the consultation because
Really?
I was more nervous that you're gonna be like, I can't do a BBL on
Yeah.
you. Than like the actual surgery. Like the surgery, I was just like, bitch, let's do it. Like I'm so excited. I think just because I was so excited
You
to
were
get my
so
butt
excited
done.
to get an
Yeah.
ass.
But I think now, like when I talk about it, I'm just like, oh, like I don't know. Like I think about like because we have a video.
Yeah.
I posted on my YouTube, you guys, when I did like my whole BBL. But like I can't watch that part anymore. I remember when you sent it to me. You guys filmed it so HD.
Oh, in the surgery.
Yeah, because there's clips on my YouTube video where like you can see like him
can-
doing the lipo and stuff. And then at the time, I was just like, oh shit, like that's crazy. But now, just like, oh, my
Just thinking
God.
about it, like it grosses you out a little
Yeah,
bit.
I don't know. I just can't
mean,
believe that's my body there.
It's hard to see yourself getting like
Yeah.
annihilated.
Yeah, no,
Because you know the problem is you weren't big, you were skinny,
Mm-hmm.
so it's a struggle to get out fat on a skinny person. But it's doable, but you have to like work at it. It's
You
like-
know what? Maybe that's why it grossed me out because I could see like the what
yeah,
is it called?
The cannula.
I could see it going through my skin. You can see like the bump.
So the cannula,
Yeah.
that's like a little sucky thing.
The little sucky thing. It sucks
Yeah.
out the
Takes
and
all
it,
the
but
fat.
it has like holes at the end, different types of holes, and it
Ew.
just scrapes the fat and sucks.
That's the way I'm getting grossed
Yeah,
out.
that grossed me out too. Oh my god.
But the,
That's
the
gross.
worst part is the swelling afterwards, right? In the certain areas.
Bitch, you didn't tell me about that. Okay, I did talk about that in the YouTube video though, because I feel like, well, even
poor
before I got
Louie.
my BBL done, I remember I was looking for YouTube videos. I was like, male BBLs. And I remember only finding one on YouTube. But it was just like a little video with like a song over it. There was no information. It was just like how. And I was like, okay. But there was so many on girls. So I kind of based my experience off of like girls.
Uh-huh.
But then I remember I talked about it in the video where like my whole junk ended up getting super swollen. And I remember like I texted him like all freaking out. He's like, no, that's normal. Like it's just.
It was like a watermelon, right?
Oh my
no, bitch. It was
God.
like a whole fucking yoga ball. I remember you guys. I couldn't even walk normal.
Oh,
I was
me
like,
about that.
and then but I didn't expect it. So then I was just like, oh my fucking God. But it's because like our body's looking, well, the male body's like looking for somewhere to like,
All the swelling is just going down. And
Yeah.
gravity, that's where the gravity is, right?
yes. And I was like, oh,
Oh my god.
so it wasn't even so much that I was in pain from the surgery, guys. Like I feel like, the same day after I think you worked on me, or even the day after I was like walking around.
Yeah,
I was
he recovered so well.
I was fine.
I was like, did you just get a BBL?
But then once that hit you guys, and then I felt everything down there, I was like, I'm gonna lay down. So I was fully down for like,
How uncomfortable.
I think I remember you telling me, you were like, give it like 5 days and it'll start
Yeah.
swelling down. I swear to God, you guys, I was like marking my calendar, and it did. I feel like as soon as that 5-day hit, it kind of just
And
slowly
I
went away.
remember I told you to elevate your balls a little bit.
Yes, and I never went back to normal. I was like, it's
They're
still swollen.
always huge.
I'm just kidding.
Ew, you're
I hope you
gross.
took pictures for your grinder.
No, for my it's on my profile pic. And I'll get more messages.
He's like, they're always this big.
This big.
Oh, I'm like, I'll take an advantage. No, but tell me why I fully
That's
was
gross.
freaked out for a good minute, being like, what if they never go back to normal?
He was like, they're stretched. How are they going to shrink?
No, I was just like, am I ever going to be able to wear jeans again? But yeah, that was crazy.
Do you remember when you first met me?
I do.
You do?
Yeah.
What do you remember?
I remember walking in. Well, this was the ghetto.
Yes.
Before I had my practice, I used to work in the
Yes.
ghetto.
I found him.
Oh yeah, well say where y'all met.
Well, let me tell you guys where I found him. I won't say the exact location, but when I was shopping around for my BBL doctor, I was just kind of looking everywhere, and I came across this page on Instagram that had a lot of followers. So I was like, you know what? There's a lot of followers. It must mean that it's like a good spot, right? So I had already had 2 other consultations prior to when I went to that office. And the 2 other places that I had, I didn't have a good experience. One of them was like no BBL, implants only. And I think I told you guys this already, but I had even put a down payment for the implants, but then I flaked out last minute. I was like, I'm not going to do implants on my body. Hell no. I flaked. So then I had messaged them and they were like, yes, come with us, have a consultation. I went there and I had a consultation with a different doctor, but I did not like him at all because I remember telling him like, hey, I need you to get rid of my hip dips. I need a butt. And then I remember he looked at me like dead in the face and he was like, what are hip dips?
Yeah.
I was like, bro. I was like, no.
I was there with you.
Yeah. I was like, this cannot be my doctor. If he doesn't know what the fuck hip dips are, like, I'm done.
No, but then he when Yoatzi like explained like what she wanted, he was like I can't, like that's there.
Yeah.
He's like, I can't. He basically was just saying like, I can do your butt, but I won't do like your hip dips.
Yeah.
So that kind of was already like a little like.
And then he also
Downer.
told me, he was like, and you're not going to get like good results because you're too skinny. And I was like, but I have like all this fat. He's like, no, that's not enough fat. You're too skinny. And I was like, bro. And then I went to the office to like sign all the paperwork and stuff. And the lady
You're
was
like, I'm still gonna do it.
Yeah,
I was still thinking about it. I just wanted to see like where the time, like what is the time frame? How long would it take me to get the surgery? Because I know they had like booked or whatever. I went to go talk to the lady and she was like, how did you feel? And I was like, honestly, I don't feel that great. I was like, I don't like him. Like it's not. And then she was like, you know what? I have another doctor. His name is Dr. Chaudhry. And then she was like, he's so new. He knows all the new stuff. He knows all the
new
high tech. He's
technique.
fresh out the doctor, fresh out of
Maybe
training.
I'm the doctor. Y'all got a BBL too.
He's fresh out from school. Like he knows what he's talking about, blah, blah, blah. And you know what? She just convinced me. And I was like, fine, Dr. Chaudhry it is.
Yeah,
And
she was just saying like how the other guy was a little bit more like
Old school.
And then she was saying how you had like all these new things and that you could probably get better results out of like.
and that you were super young and like all this stuff. And I was like, I think he knows. He knows.
Yeah, and I think you said yes before you even met.
I didn't even meet you when I said
Yeah,
yes.
but then I met you as a consult, and then I said the same things: snatch waist, bigger hips, more projection. Let's do it.
Yes, like literally, I think that's what gave me the good vibe because I was really nervous till I had my consultation. And then I just remember like right away he understood what I wanted. He was like, yeah, you want hip dips? I can definitely pull
Get
out
rid
some
of them.
fat and, give you a nice butt. And I was like, okay, he knows what I'm talking about.
Problem is because older guys, they're old, right?
Right.
They don't know what a nice butt is. Like
Right.
they're like, hip dips. What are hip dips? What are hips?
Yeah.
I know who you're talking about. He's an old man. He doesn't know what a butt is. I mean, back then, like they would lipo butts in the 80s,
I was gonna say back then it was
Oh.
like smaller butts, maybe bigger boobs.
Maybe, yeah, and people didn't like those white girls didn't like their big butts. They like lipo.
Yes.
Oh my
like I
gosh.
feel like, or even like the models, like throwbacks.
Yeah, and then the thing is BBLs, they're pretty new. Honestly, in the last 10,
Right.
15 years, the Kardashian effect, that's when it kind of started. So all these old guys, they weren't trained to do BBLs.
Oh my
And back in
goodness.
their day when they were training in the 70s, 80s, 90s. So like me, like I was trained in like my fellowship with like the BBL like guru. I learned all the latest techniques. I learned about hip dips and like, different technologies and how to expand them out, graft to capacity ratio, all that stuff. But basically it's a new thing and a lot of the older guys don't know how to do it.
That makes a lot more sense.
And it's sad because I've seen, actually, I remember one girl who got a BBL from like a guy who was like in his 70s.
Oh my gosh.
And then she came to me the next day and she was like crying. She was like, it looks so bad. And I looked at it and I was like, holy shit, this looks bad. Because first of all, he only put like 300 cc's on each cheek, but they were all like on the top, you know, so it looked like this roll all across her butt.
No way.
But basically, like, I mean, not all old guys, but most old guys don't know what a butt should look like. You know, they don't know what a nice
like the nice
snatch
round,
waist, you know, that Latina look.
He's like the Latina look.
It's crazy because
Big thighs. You know?
Oh yeah, well,
the
even that. I gotta make sure the thighs match.
Yeah.
That's also a thing that I do is like I transition from butt to thigh, so you have a nice transition, so you don't look like an ant.
I love that. Yes. So I've gotten that compliment so many times that my thighs match my butt. And like, I love that because unfortunately there is some out there that just look like this big old butt and then like the skinny legs.
Because they just focus on like, let me feel the butt, but not like blend it into the thigh.
We call that the ant deformity.
Oh my
like
God.
Ant,
the ant deformity.
Shit. I'm like, let me change my bio.
We're like ant
the baddest ant. I'm just kidding.
Your thighs match well.
Thank you.
You work out.
I was gonna say, I feel like I get a lot of like compliments of people being like that my thighs match my nalgas, or
you
people
have
just
really
loving
nice
my
thighs.
You know, to this day, people feel like I want Yoatzi and Louie's butt.
Really?
Really?
To this day.
Thanks, guys.
5 years later, 4 years later, people are like, I love Yoatzi and Louie's butt.
Yes.
Well, I've actually gotten that a lot when people have come up to us. I've met girls who were like, oh my God, like I got my surgery because of you, or like I used your picture as like reference.
Yeah,
and
I've
I'm like,
gotten
shut the
that
fuck
too.
up.
Like, I used your picture. I'm
Yeah.
going with Chaudry today. Like, to this day, I still get girls being like, hey, I'm going to go see your doctor. And I'm like, you're in good hands.
Good.
Yeah.
It's crazy because I was there for her first consultation with the other surgeon.
Yeah.
And I remember seeing her just kind of come back like, but that's what I heard too. So then I was like, I wasn't there when she met you.
Yeah.
So I was like not sure what to expect from Yoatzi when I was gonna see her, because the other guy was just like, I remember him being like, what the hell are hip dips? What do you want me to do with that? Like,
Yeah, literally.
And then he was like, I can do it, but you're not gonna really look that different.
Yeah.
But then I remember after she did her surgery with you, you called us on FaceTime, and I was already so shocked. But when I saw her in person, I saw like the silhouette that you gave her. I remember me and my mom being like, what the fuck?
Yes, you left my waist non-existent. It was tiny, looked insane.
And I thought, like, I knew the look she was going for, but that's not what I was expecting, because I had heard the other surgeon be like, I can't do that.
Yeah, because he doesn't know. A lot of people are also scared of like the skinny girls too. Like, even if you're skinny, like you still have fat. You just gotta mind it. You gotta put the effort in. Like whenever I was fucking you up, like
I was gonna say
he was looking in his toes.
Yeah,
I made my toes all skinny now. That's how mine happened. I remember. Well, I saw Yoatzi's results. I obviously loved them, and then I had seen already almost 2 surgeons like turn her down. One being like, "There's no way you're doing implants," and then the other one just be like, "It's not really gonna happen."
Yeah.
So then I was like, let me go in for a consult. I was like, let me see what we can do.
Yeah.
And I remember, like, that's why I said I was more nervous about my consultation, because I was so positive that you were going to be like, no.
Yeah, he kept telling me, he's like, why am I even going? He's going to tell me no. And I was like, he's going to find fat. I was like, I'm
wasting my time. I was like, I'm going to go and they're like not going to be able to do it.
Very rarely turn people down for being too skinny. I think I've only done it maybe like once or twice.
Really?
Yeah.
Like they were just way too skinny.
Like I'm talking like paper thin. Like,
you were like B.
And do you make them go on like a little diet where they gain weight?
If they can, but some people are so skinny.
Yeah.
Like they just can never gain weight.
Yeah, there's like, no.
Yeah.
I feel like, I remember you telling me something during my consultation, because you were like, you don't have like a lot of fat, but you're like, it's also about the body contouring.
It is.
You're like, it's like where you're taking out from, the shape that you're doing.
Mm-hmm. It's like an illusion, right?
It is. The snatch waist will make your hips look bigger.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I've done 360 alone on girls. Their ass and their hips look way better without transfer.
I've seen that.
Yeah. So like 50 to 70% of your result of a BBL is good body contouring. That's why I always do a 360 on everybody.
Yeah.
Some places like that ghetto place will charge you per area, and they'll be like, some people, for cost reasons, will only do the front, not the sides or the back.
Yeah.
It looks funny.
Yeah, that makes sense. So 360 is like the way to go, girls.
Yeah. And that's why now I break ribs, snatch ribs.
We're going to get into that in a second. Okay, I wanted to do a little rant on the podcast today. One thing that I really hate about adulting is making doctor's appointments. I don't know why they give me so much anxiety, and I just hate doing them. You know what I don't hate and has actually helped me make my doctor's appointments, and it's a lot easier, and I don't have anxiety when I make my appointments? ZocDoc.
So ZocDoc is a free app or website where you can look up high quality doctors and compare so you can find your favorite one. You can literally find doctors for everything, for your regular healthcare, for your eye doctors, your dentist, anything. And what's really helpful is that you can filter for doctors that take your insurance. My favorite part is that you can see their actual appointment openings, so you can select the one that fits your schedule and book right there and then. And ZocDoc appointments are quick. They usually happen 24 to 72 hours after booking your appointment. I know ZocDoc has helped me out so much, so I think you guys should definitely give it a try too. So stop putting off those doctor's appointments and go to ZocDoc.com/prettynotsmart. Find and instantly book a top-rated doctor today. That's ZocDoc.com/prettynotsmart. ZocDoc.com/prettynotsmart.
So since we were talking about body contouring, I wanted to get into the whole rib molding thing you just started doing. What is that?
It's an awesome procedure. So, you've heard of rib removal, right?
Rib removal,
You've heard
yeah.
of that, right? Yeah. So it's been around for the longest time, but I never really liked it, and it wasn't very popular because it's a big scar.
They literally like remove.
They remove your 2-3 ribs, and
What
like
the heck?
it's painful. It's morbid. There's issues long term with breathing and stuff.
Oh shit.
Risks of like collapsed lungs. So it was never really a popular procedure, but it was very powerful because it would snatch your waist a lot more.
Yeah.
Right. I heard that Talia got her ribs removed. Allegedly.
No, it's a rumor. People are
a
always like, I
rumor.
remember everyone was like, she got her because she had such a tiny little waist.
Yeah, and they
Yeah.
were like, she got her ribs removed. So.
And the thing was, fat removal or liposuction, whatever, smooth sculpt, it only is so powerful for certain people, right? There's some skinny girls that are just square because they're wide ribs.
Yeah.
Like I've seen when you try to snatch them, they're like, I want to be snatched. I want to be Yoatzi. It's like, dude, you have wide ribs too. Like, so I'd say in the last year or two, rib molding or rib sculpting has gotten popular. It came, actually a guy in Russia invented it, where basically he would fracture the last 2 to 3 ribs instead of removing them.
Yeah.
And then you would bring it in, and just like a nose job, when you
So like you break the ribs.
you break
basically.
the ribs in one spot on the back side, 3 of them at least, and it molds in this way, heals that way, and it heals with a corset for 3 months. But the same way, it's like, when you break your bones for a rhinoplasty, right?
Right.
You narrow the bones here, right? With the cast, it's the same thing. What? So, and then South America got a hold of it, made it even better. I learned it from a guy in Peru named Raul, and he does it scarless. So those guys were making cuts and actually cutting the bones. So I learned a scarless ultrasound guided way. No one in America was doing it. I know 1 or 2 guys were doing it with the open cuts in other states. I was the first one to bring it to North America in a scarless fashion and California. No one was doing rib molding in California. So came up with rib sculpt, rib molding. And so essentially what I do is in a scarless way, fracture the last 3 ribs, bend them, mold them.
He's like,
Yeah, you see my videos.
Yeah.
You can hear it.
Wait, how do you do it? Are you
Cracking.
like, bitch? You
I
like jump on him or like?
he's all
Or
wrestling.
if I get mad, I punch him.
He's like, I'm tired.
No, he's like, she's down, right? Bitch.
But it's so powerful because on average, our literature says 4 to 6 inches more of a narrow waist.
Oh my God.
That's a lot.
That's a lot.
Most I got, I did a girl in April, 7 inches.
Oh my gosh.
And she's so happy.
7 inches is
Yeah.
crazy.
I'm coming to your office.
And the crazy thing is, so rib removal, painful. Rib molding, not so bad. Ask any of the girls I've done. I would say the girl with 7 inches, she's told me only 1 day of pain pills.
So is it more like soreness?
I would say fat removal, lipo, or it was worse. Pain.
Oh my
If you handled your
gosh.
BBL, this is less pain. I would say like soreness, yes.
Okay.
For maybe about a week or so.
And so you said that like to heal, they have to wear a corset.
3 months.
Like super tight.
Pretty snug, yeah.
So it's not the same thing as a faja.
No, it's like one of those corsets.
No, and you have to sleep with it?
Yeah, ideally.
What?
That's
crazy.
so cool,
Because like already
guys.
having like I've done a lot of photo shoots where I have a corset, and I feel like once I have a corset, I already feel like, oh shit. But I can't imagine being like, well, I have one on, I have to keep it on, and once I take it off, like my body's gonna look the way the corset
That's
is.
insane.
Because, oh my God, yeah, that's crazy.
Barbie waist.
Super cool.
I have done this one, my Kylie shoot for Halloween.
Oh,
They put a corset on me, probably the tightest corset I had ever had on me.
Yeah.
Literally couldn't breathe. I felt like I was gonna be bruised when they took it off. I was like,
You should have just broken your ribs.
Well, at this point, I should have gone to you like a week before.
I got rib skull rib rolling. It takes me only 30 minutes.
Oh,
No way.
Yeah, I just did it today, right now, before I came here.
Let's do it before my birthday shoot. Wait, you just did it before?
I just did a BBL with ribs right now.
Yeah, he did when
That's
because
why I
he
couldn't-
walked in his scrubs and I
Yeah.
was like, "Did you just do surgery?" And he was like, "Yeah, all casual."
He did it in our warehouse.
Yeah.
Actually.
We got a whole line of girls.
They're all lined
He has
up,
like a sign
ready
that
to
says
go.
free BBL.
Free BBLs.
Ribs too.
Oh, hell
my
no,
God.
that's crazy.
Yeah.
So on average, how many BBLs do you think you've done?
Oh man.
Oh, that's crazy.
Just if you could just a little estimate.
Since even in training too.
Yeah, because that's considered a BBL.
At least 1,000.
Oh my gosh.
Wait, how does it feel? So after you like finish, these surgeries on people, how do you feel like that there's people walking around with your work? Like, do you feel
Me-
like I made these Barbies
Like
that are
me and
walking
Louie
around
would
everywhere?
make a joke and that
What?
we're like, I bet like Chaudry after like you finished our bodies, you just like spanked our butt like done.
He's like, that one's done. Kills a few
a little-
fat
Little fat
cells.
cells.
I want to get one of those branding irons to be like,
Imagine under our cheek when you like lift it.
It's like BBL King, a little stamp. Like
real.
Chaudry was here.
But how does that feel? Just like having, I don't know,
I mean,
your work
it's
on
a good feeling,
humans.
especially when someone's very happy and it's like really life changing.
Yeah,
Like I
yeah.
had people tell me like, hey, like before, like I was very, I was a cutter, I was a suicidal, but now I'm so happy.
No way.
Yeah,
Oh
no,
my gosh.
Yeah, because it really is like a life-changing thing, especially, I mean, for everybody, it's like a little bit different.
Yeah.
But there's people who are really like insecure about like their body
Yeah.
weight or like even, because I mean, I don't feel like nobody has control over like where our fat decides to go.
Yeah.
Right.
So if somebody wants like, like a butt or they want to get, like you said, contouring and stuff. So
Yeah.
you being able to like fix that for someone.
Yeah.
It's insane. Like,
breast, nose. anything
yeah,
like
I feel like you definitely brought up my confidence by so much because I always knew, I think since high school, I was like, one day I'm going to get my butt done. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know when that's going to happen, but I know I want to do that. So to finally, like, after you did my first BBL and I look in the mirror and I'm like, I fucking have an ass. Like, that was insane.
Especially after having kids. Like I know what
yes.
kids do on a mom's body. It's crazy.
It's crazy what
and
they
then,
do.
And then now with like the mommy makeover. Before it was just tummy tuck, breast augmentation, but now it's just like be anything, BBL,
Yeah.
breast.
So
do your
much like
tummy. Yeah.
cosmetic. And I love the instant, what is it, gratification?
Yeah.
Or satisfaction of like, you go to sleep, you wake up and you're like, oh shit.
I love that. Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's worth it. It's
Yeah.
just 2-3 hours. Your whole life changes.
And your whole life changes. You're a little sore for a few days, but it's so
I
worth
think
it.
I always think like the first week is probably the worst, and after that,
Not even the first week. I would say the first 4 days.
4 days. Yeah, it's not
Like
that
the
bad.
first
If
4
that.
days,
Yeah.
first 3-4 days are the most. They're just annoying. They're
Yeah.
really annoying.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I feel like even with mine, I don't remember being like, like my body hurts, or like, I think it was more of like, for me, the most annoying thing that I can remember was just sleeping.
Yeah.
Just because I don't sleep on my stomach ever. So I feel
Yeah.
like if anything, that was the most uncomfortable or annoying, but it wasn't that I was in pain.
Right.
I was just like, oh my God, I
annoying.
hate sleeping on my stomach. That was, and then having to like carry the pillow around a little bit.
The pillow everywhere for like the first
For like
6
a little bit,
weeks.
but I don't remember ever being like, oh my God, I want to die because of the pain.
People always tell me wiping their ass is hard. Their significant other wipes their ass.
Oh, I have heard of that.
It was hard. It
Yeah.
was definitely
I
hard.
don't remember with
Especially because I feel like your brand new cheeks are so like tight.
Yeah.
They're so compressed. I think for me, I was using there's this like water thingy that
Yeah,
you
yeah,
use
yeah.
when you give birth to
What?
clean yourself. But I was using that and then just like dabbing with toilet paper.
Yeah.
It's so
I can only
yeah.
imagine that part. But other than that,
Yeah,
not
that's
too bad.
we're
It's a piece of
good.
cake.
Pizza cake.
Do you feel like you get a lot of male patients or not so much?
I do.
Yeah.
We do. I think especially after you had your BBL, we had a lot of male referrals.
No way.
Yeah.
Because I think it's still crazy to me. I honestly think that video that I did on YouTube, not only did I want to do it just in general for people to like just
Yeah.
know more about like BBLs and stuff, but I think my main reason was like for guys who were trying to look for a video.
Yeah.
And the amount of guys who have came up to me who didn't know about me or anything, they just came across that video is crazy. I remember, I want to say maybe 2 years ago or 3, I don't remember. I was at Coachella and a guy came up to me. I think he was Australian because he had a really strong accent. And he was like, oh my God, wait, I know you. He's like, you're the reason I got my BBL. And I was like, wait, what?
That's crazy.
And I was a little bit tripped out because I was like, he probably thinks I'm somebody else. Because I feel like a lot of Latinos are the ones who watch my content. So then I was like, oh, he's probably thinks I'm somebody else. Yeah. But he's like, Louie, right? And then I was like, oh my God,
oh,
yeah.
Wow.
He's like, I wanted to get like surgery and I came across your YouTube video. He's like, dude, it helped me so much. And like, and then he like had me look at his butt and touch it.
How did it feel?
I was just like, oh shit. He was like a really muscular dude though. So I feel like he ended up obviously growing muscle under his BBL. So his butt looked really good.
Wow.
But I was just like, it was crazy because I've came across so many guys who have probably didn't know about my content before, but found me through that video.
Yeah.
Or just like male BBL in
Males,
general.
we get a lot of trans.
Oh, yeah.
And then even straight guys, you know, I've never done a straight man BBL, but
Alex will be your first. I'm just kidding.
We do a lot of man moobs.
Oh, wait, that's right.
That's right.
Yeah.
Wait, like shaping them or getting rid of?
You know, some guys, you know, they say they don't use steroids, but they use steroids, you know, type of thing. Or, you know, bad luck. A lot of times people get, you know, it's called gynecomastia or man boobs.
That's what it is.
The little thing of
yeah.
fat.
It's almost like buccal fat removal? Right?
Kind of. If it's really bad, you gotta if it's really bad, some people have like bigger boobs than some girls. Like you gotta take out skin and stuff. But usually you can just take out the fat in the gland through a small cut. So
okay, that's crazy.
But a lot of guys get that done too.
Yeah, and it's crazy because I've seen. So I think now I've seen so many. I think guys with BBLs now. I feel like before I would never see it.
Yeah.
And I think now, I mean, I feel like we're like at a time where people are more comfortable with themselves and like
that's good.
Surgery's talked about a lot more.
Yeah.
But I remember I went to a party a while ago. I was just like, oh shit, including me, the amount of males with BBLs in that room. I was like, oh shit. Because then again, I hang out with a lot of girls too. So I feel like I'm never really in the room with like a lot of guys. Yeah. But I remember I was like, oh my God. Because a lot of times I feel like I'm like, babe, I'm the only guy with a BBL, like walking around.
Yeah, but
I remember I was like at that event and there was so many guys with their BBLs.
You're like, it's because of me.
No, but it's just more like, it's crazy because I remember when I was getting mine done, I felt a little bit like outsider vibe, just because I hadn't seen any videos of like other guys. Not that they hadn't gotten it done, just maybe it wasn't talked about as much. Yeah. So then I was just like, but I feel like now, I mean, there's
more popular.
Yeah, there's so many more people are talking about it too.
Normalized.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I'm sure you saw it, but the whole BBL trend that went crazy. Like
on TikTok or?
Yeah, I feel like on TikTok, everybody was suddenly getting a BBL. Like, you remember how I was on TikTok, like, come with me to get a BBL. I'm going to go get a BBL. A lot of people were getting them done in Mexico. Yeah. But it was just like this crazy trend of BBLs where everybody was just getting a BBL.
They have their truck, like, you know, showing what their pads
Yes,
look like.
everybody was showing
actually, our
all
BBL,
of that.
Remember our giveaway winner? She had a video, too, like that.
Oh, my God, that's right.
She did a Get Ready With Me.
Yeah, she did like a whole little video, and I think she drove, right?
From Vegas.
Yeah. So she had to like...
Carla.
Hey, girl. She had to be like laying down.
Carla on me.
Carla.
Yeah, I feel like it's cool because it's been, the conversation's been more like open. So more people are more comfortable like doing it or talking about it.
Yeah.
There's a friend of mine who kind of went like viral on TikTok for starting a lot of her TikToks like that, like get ready with me to get a BBL, but they weren't gonna get a BBL. She would just like start it like that, but everybody would immediately be like intrigued, thinking like she actually wasn't gonna get a BBL.
Like just kidding.
Yeah.
Another question that I had for you: why do you think, or why are, you know how some people say that BBLs are like super dangerous?
Yeah, I mean that's because like the news sensationalized it a little bit. So the whole history behind that was. Yeah, were there people dying back in the day when they first were doing BBLs? Yes, because there was something called fat embolism. And what would happen was they would put fat in the muscle on purpose at the time because they thought it would survive more.
Oh, my God.
They didn't know back then that that it was going to cause fat embolism, which is basically when the fat goes in that vein underneath your butt muscle and it goes to your lungs and it kills you right away.
Oh, my God, that is so scary.
So when that started happening, they started, freaking out a little bit. And then, there was this really dumb study that was done by these old men that don't do BBLs, and they just wanted clout, and they sent out this stupid survey to all plastic surgeons around the country. Yeah. So with an 18% response rate, think of that, 18%. They said, "Did you have debts?" And and they came up with a number of 1 in 3,000 people died from this procedure, which is very high. Think about that.
That is very high.
But that number was so bad. So then when the news heard that, they're like, oh, 1 in 3,000, 1 in 3,000. And it just kept perpetuating. But the newest studies, you know, the latest literature, it says the death rate is actually 1 in 15 to 20,000. Now, if you look at a tummy tuck death rate, it's 1 in 13,000. So BBL is safer than a tummy tuck.
Oh my God.
So
I'm not getting a tummy tuck.
But yeah, so in the wrong hands, it can be dangerous. You go to Miami, it's like the Wild West out there. You know, you get I mean, not all Mexican surgeons are bad. I know some really good ones, but there's a lot of deaths there too, other countries. But there's deaths in LA, you know, in the ghettos.
Yes,
you know.
when they're not done correctly.
Honestly, there's even, I've heard of deaths in Beverly Hills.
Oh my gosh.
But if you don't know what you're doing, like our process, we're very safe. We use ultrasound. I don't use syringes, which I think is more dangerous. I have a special technique I talked to you about, which is pedal controlled, power injected. I know exactly where I'm at. I'm not doing it blind.
I love that.
So when you kind of like have this whole process, I'm not worried about fat embolism. I talk to my patients about it, but I'm not worried about it. I don't have any fat embolism. But you go to Miami, you know, they charge $3,000 for BBL. I have a factory, 12 a day.
I remember you telling me that. It's like literally factory. They're just like, next.
But you don't know who you're getting. It could be the guy that works at Burger King over there.
Oh my God. Just like, let me come in real quick.
Or they get an unlicensed surgeon from another country and they low key do it for another surgeon on paper. You know?
Oh my God.
That's why they do it so cheap. But that's why there's so many deaths there. And then once you know, it got so bad there that the board had to like put all these rules in and shut them down for.
In Miami?
Yeah, they forced them to use ultrasound now because over here ultrasound's an option. So I do it.
Oh,
though. Over there they force them because I had so many deaths.
It's like mandatory.
And they lowered the fat removal rate limit because so many people were dying over there. But you know what happens is these places, they have all these deaths. They just open up next door with a new name.
Oh my God.
I didn't think about that. Literally just to like hide all over again.
Yeah. So but the point is like the news is our BBL safe? Yes, in the right hands. Do your research.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, girls, please, and guys, do your research if you're gonna get a BBL. I feel like that's super important. Don't just go to anybody.
Like our process safe, smooth sculpt, ultrasound guided. Like, you know, it's just totally safe. 0% death rate. I'm 100% confident in it. I'm not worried about deaths at all.
Period. You want somebody who's confident.
Yeah, I'm never worried about death with the BBL.
I'm glad that was like a big concern of me. And I remember when I was first doing research, I remember seeing that 1 in 3,000 deaths.
Again, yeah.
And I was shitting myself. I think me and Louie were in New York. We flew out there for a Bad Bunny concert. And I don't know if you remember, I had to talk with you in the hotel room. And I was like, I'm so scared. I'm going to die. Like, I'm going to fucking cancel my plans.
Because it was getting closer, huh?
Yeah. Like, it was like maybe like a week or two away. And I was like, I'm not going to fucking do it. Like, I was shitting myself. And Louie was like, bitch, don't you want a fat ass? Like, shut the fuck up. And then I was like, okay, you know what? You're right. But I remember seeing the 1 in 3,000. And I was like, that is insane. I'm going to die.
And then it's funny because the uneducated surgeons, even the ones on TV, shows I won't name, they'll be like, oh, it's so dangerous. I don't even do, I won't do it. Well, you ask them how many they've done, 0. Yeah. But they just like to talk about it because they want the clout.
Right.
But it's actually really safe if you know what you're doing.
Yeah. And I know you mentioned earlier that some people, they're not even plastic surgeons and they do it.
Yeah. So unfortunately, the law in California or America is as long as you have an MD next to your name, you're allowed to do whatever procedure you want.
Oh my God.
So you can be a pediatrician, OBGYN, and try to do plastic surgery, and it's legal, right? So
well, then that explains why.
Why so many people suddenly think they can do that.
So a lot of these ghetto places, like those doctors aren't plastic surgeons. They're like pediatricians, OBs, family doctors. They watch a YouTube video, maybe read
my God. Not a YouTube video on how to do a BBL.
Maybe they take like a little $20 course somewhere, you know, and then they kind of, you know, do really bad work, do it very cheap. Yeah. And then the way they'll trick people, they'll be like, oh, I'm board certified, but no one will ask in what. Like, are you board certified plastic surgeon? And they'll be like, but then what happened was they created their own board called the American Board of Cosmetic Surgery or whatever, but that's not a legitimate board.
Oh,
like
my
I can start my own board tomorrow and call it American Board of Awesomeness, you know?
Yeah.
So anyways, they'll say they're board certified, but California actually, got really strict. And if they actually say they're board certified by that board, it's illegal. So if you're American Board of Plastic Surgery, that's the only board. Yeah. That's legitimate.
Okay.
So if you ask them, Board of Plastic Surgery. Are you board certified by the American Board of Plastic Surgery?
Wow. Oh, wow.
You have to be very specific.
Yeah, because then if not, really there's so many like
they can
loopholes.
They can be a radiologist, the guy that reads X-rays.
Dude,
they can be
so
like
scary.
a ER doctor, like does flu shots and do your.
Dude, and I'm pretty sure some doctors, like for a quick buck, they're like, I'm gonna go do it real quick.
They want to take the shortcut. They don't want to do 15 years of what I did. They want
15
to they want to do 2-3 years and then just try to do the quick buck.
And then that's why they have deaths.
That's why they have that. That's why they have botched procedures.
I was gonna
Oh
say
my
because the amount of
gosh.
people who like I've seen like online or stuff and just like talk about like how sad they are with their results.
Oh, yeah.
But it's because if
I
they're
mean, like you get what you pay for.
Yeah.
I mean, like yeah. There's a price
so
differential,
bad.
right? Like Miami, you go $3,000, but I've seen so many botched things from Miami.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like I used to go to like Supercuts for my haircut, right? And for $7 or like Great Clips. They have a coupon, Great Clips.
Yes.
Yeah.
And actually, my coordinator Antonella was like, "Why don't you go to the barber? It's like way better." So I go to the barber, changed my life. The guy spent like 50 minutes on my hair.
Yeah.
And like he was using the razor blade shaving.
And you were used to like a little
Yeah.
10-minute
Yeah,
cut.
the lady would just go zzz.
Yeah.
And now I do these little nice designs.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
And I have to go to the barber now. I pay $40 plus $10 tip, but you
Yeah.
know what? It's hella worth it.
Yeah, it's so
Yes.
worth it. You definitely do get what you pay for when you like look for a good service and you know.
And
you
if
have to
there is
do your
ever an
research.
issue, like we can take care of it. Like if you go cheap, those people usually ignore you and tell
One
you
and done.
like, because look,
I've heard that.
issues can arise, right? Like no one's immune to like no complications, right?
Yeah.
Right.
But if there is ever an issue, we take care of it. We figure out a problem because that's what we're trained to do.
Yeah.
If you go somewhere ghetto, they're just gonna be like, bye, like
Dude, I've heard that so many times where like girls will get botched and they try to go back. Like I've seen it on TikTok. They post their stories like, I've been trying to get back to the doctor and they just keep pushing me to the side. They keep ignoring me. And I'm like, well, because they probably know they fucked up.
some of them don't even see their patients afterwards. It's crazy.
Oh my
they're like you're
gosh.
done.
You're
Go
done.
recover.
They won't ever see them once.
Oh, me.
like-
And it's crazier when it's
insane.
like if they'll travel somewhere else to do it, then it's like the chance of them to physically be able to go over there and be like, bitch, it's like that's a whole nother flight. A whole
Yeah,
nother,
I
like,
mean, I've seen people go to Mexico. They come back, they have like massive infections, and like, or they have like drains, and then they call our office or they go to ER.
Yeah.
But the thing is, no one wants to touch them because like they had their surgery elsewhere, and it becomes an issue. So you have to think about those things.
Okay.
yeah.
So sometimes it seems like it's better to go the cheaper option, but
It never does.
No.
yeah,
Well, I mean,
don't
just
know.
financially, it could be like, oh, yeah, that sounds cute,
3K period.
but yeah,
Yeah.
it really is. You get what you pay for.
But also besides BBLs, he also did my chichis, and
Oh,
I
yeah.
feel like that was like pretty smooth too. It was so like chill.
Yeah,
It was
an hour procedure.
Yeah, he did it like super fast.
That's also changed over the years. Back in the day, they would get like a metal bar and like rip apart your like breast tissue and like
Oh
your
my
pec
gosh.
muscle, so you'd be out for like 3 weeks.
Ew.
But now, the recovery's pretty quick, like maybe 24, 48 hours, some pain
Yeah.
here and there. Sometimes you don't even need pain pills.
Honestly, if I'm being honest, call me crazy, but I feel like my chichis hurt more than my BBL.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know why my pain tolerance when I got my boobs done was like insane.
Yeah.
But I was like, fuck this shit fucking hurts. And my BBL was like a piece of cake.
She was all exaggerating.
Maybe I
remember
was just being
she was
dramatic,
like,
but
I can't breathe. You're
No,
so heavy.
it's good. You feel
The
like
pressure.
there's so
Yeah.
much pressure
Yeah.
on you that I don't know. I was just like, but besides that, other than that, like after it was like a piece of cake. But
It also is pain tolerance, though. Like, it was crazy because when I saw Yoatzi trying to recover from her BBL, I
Yeah.
was scared because I don't think Yoatzi's pain tolerance is very well. I mean, very good. So I remember seeing her and I was freaked out. But then when I did it, I was like, oh.
it's,
Yeah.
it's not
I was
that
doing
bad.
backflips and shit. All right.
That's the important thing. Everyone has different pain tolerance.
Yeah, everyone
Yeah.
has different pain tolerance. Is it true that you have to change out your implants?
Yes and no. So there was a thing about every 10 years, but that was because of a warranty issue with the implants. So if at 10 years your implants are good and you like the size, the shape, and everything, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right?
Right.
But a lot of times people want to go bigger, maybe get a lift at the same time. Might as well put in new ones that are higher generation, new warranty. But there's no hard set fast rule. 10 years change, boom. But obviously, they're like put in the 80s and you're like whatever age right now and they're 30 plus years old, you probably want to change them.
Yeah,
from the
just
80s.
to be safe,
'cause
right?
Some of them we've opened up from the 80s. They're all goo now and stuff.
Oh.
First, second generation implants. The newer ones, the new implants are very good, cohesive
Yeah.
and gummy. They're really good.
Yeah, because I think the ones you did on me were the gummy ones.
Yeah,
They're
really cohesive.
super gummy. Like I
Yeah.
feel like super gummy. I feel like you can't even
they're
tell
super
they're
squishy
implants.
like that ball you're squishing.
I know this one. We're like, woo, my chi-chis.
What would you say is like one of the hardest, like out of all of the procedures,
That we do cosmetic wise.
cosmetic wise?
I would say rhinoplasty. Yeah.
Ooh.
It's a very challenging procedure.
Oh, that one looks. I've heard people say that like it's not as painful as it looks.
It's not painful. I mean, are you in terms of like getting the result? I think that's tough.
Yeah.
But recovery is not tough at all.
And it looks scary because I've seen people who get like really like swollen or they have like
purple.
Yeah, and it looks scary, but then everyone's
it's
like,
not. Yeah, the recovery is about a week, you know, and there's not much pain. It's just I think the mental recovery is tough for that because you're looking at it all day.
Yeah.
And it's swollen.
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
And you're just judging it. You're like.
And then I heard like it takes a while to like the swelling to go down
tip.
even after you get rid of everything.
Yeah, we always tell people find a result 1 year.
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
But mostly the swelling goes away 6 to 9 months. But it also depends on if you're thick skinned, right? Like, you know, some people have really thick skin, maybe African Americans, some Asians, some Latinos have really thick skin. That's going to swell longer.
Oh,
I didn't know
really?
Yeah. Like, you know, those really thick, porous types. Skin.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
It's like really thick skin. I'm all checking mine. I'm like, am I thin or thick? That's crazy. Okay, we're gonna do a quick little switch up about the topic.
What?
So I think when you first met me, you didn't know I was doing social media.
I didn't.
Because I didn't bring it up to anybody in the office. Like I didn't want to say anything.
Yeah.
Because I was nervous. So I was like, what if they like botch my results? Like I don't want them to know I do social media and all that stuff. But then after, I was so happy with my results that I did a whole YouTube video. I vlogged everything and I posted and I tagged you. And I believe I tagged the place too. But did you start gaining a lot of followers after I posted that YouTube video?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What was that like for you? Because I'm sure you were like, what the heck's going on? Like, where did this come from?
Because I at the time, I didn't have my Beverly Hills office yet.
Right,
and then
right.
I was like doing a lot of things on my own. Like I was answering my phones on my own too.
Oh, you were like you didn't have an assistant.
Not really, no. And I was like, BBL, hello, this is Dr. Charlie's. Oh, BBL, hello, this is Dr. Charlie's office.
What the heck?
And I remember even after your surgery, your video, like the phone was going off the hook.
Really?
And then the DMs on Instagram too.
Yeah.
I couldn't handle it. And then finally, I think I eventually hired Antonella. And then I remember she couldn't even handle it either. She was like up like all 24/7 just answering DMs.
That
Hey.
is insane.
I think she was like on Adderall or something. I don't know.
Poor Antonella. She was like, help me.
Caffeine. And like, just,
All the Castros were taking over. Right.
Yeah.
but yeah, no, after your YouTube video and yours, like it was just like crazy.
Did you know about like, because I feel like now a lot of people take social media serious for like jobs or like to create their own businesses or whatever.
Yeah.
Did you know like the how
power?
useful social media could be at the
Yeah,
time?
I mean, when you guys did all that, then I was like, oh, a lot of people find now plastic surgery through social media.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Unfortunately, you know, I don't know if you know, like Instagram shadow bans like plastic surgery accounts now. It's hard. It's hard to show before and afters from the neck down. Like if they include, even if you know, it's funny because like the OnlyFans girls, they'll be all naked and stuff, and they don't get shadow banned. But like when we try to show before and after, they try flagging it and be like, oh, this is nudity or it's.
I have seen, and then like you have to click like accept even if you want to see something, right?
Yeah,
and
that's right.
And they won't even show your stories to all your followers. They won't put on the explore page. Like I think like a lot of my posts are like flagged for like, you know, nudity content. It's like crazy now.
Yeah, like I honestly don't see your posts as often as I would
Same,
before.
now that I'm thinking
Because
about
before
it.
you were like on my feed all the time,
Yeah.
and even sometimes they would put the little screen like, "Watch. Are you sure you want to watch this?" And I'd be like,
Yeah.
"Watch anyway."
Yeah.
But yeah, your videos haven't been popping up recently.
Yeah. It's because, you know, even if you look at our story views, it depends on the post, but it won't show to like everybody.
Oh man, that
I
sucks.
see what you're saying.
Yeah.
What
But
about TikTok?
TikTok's hit or miss. I mean,
Okay,
it just depends on the, like, we tried posting before and after there, but they like shadow banned our account too. So we just do like fun videos on there.
Yeah, that's
Okay,
good.
yeah, that's good.
Yeah, I was gonna say I feel like it fucking sucks that it's like shadow ban, but I feel like for a lot of like potential clients or people who are looking, it's like such a good like almost like a resume.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they do
Right?
still find us and look. They're like, oh, we
Yeah.
found you on Instagram,
Yeah.
So it does pop up for some people. I honestly, we update that more than the website. I mean, it's just easier because people just they go to the Instagram.
Yeah, I feel like everyone just goes to the Instagram.
Yeah.
So
now.
before Yoatzi and I like posted those videos, like were you just kind of like like with social media? Like were you just
I wasn't.
kinda, like,
I didn't know how to use it. I wasn't
Yeah.
good. I was, you know, I was posting maybe personal stuff here and there too.
Yeah.
Like, I don't usually post personal stuff anymore.
Yeah.
But before then, I was like, oh, here's my food I ate for the night, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, here I'm in New York.
Yeah,
just like
little things here and there.
Do you have a personal IG?
Like a Finsta? Nah.
Or no? So
You're
it's
lying.
just we're like, what is
We're
it?
like link in bio.
We
Just kidding.
expose his
You gotta
personal.
find it.
We're like
It's just under BBL.
It's like Dr. BBL.
That's all you see.
Oh yeah.
That's all my. That's like, well, not so much my Finsta anymore, but like my second account is Louie BBL.
Louie BBL.
Louie
Yeah,
BBL.
that one, yeah.
But that one was your Finsta, right?
It was, yeah, and then I just made it almost like my second Instagram account.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then I post. Yeah, I kind of just post like whatever on there.
Yeah.
Let me ask you guys a question. You obviously have a lot of followers. Do you get a lot of weird messages? Like people sliding in?
Yes.
Like,
Oh my God.
I'll take care of you.
But you know what's crazy?
Always. I thought Chaudry messaging you.
First Insta?
Yeah, he's like, I'll take care of you.
He's like, show more. No, you know what's crazy? I don't know if I'm pretty sure y'all's DMs too, right? That you guys have like the requests section.
Yeah.
All of mine. No. So you have request, and then if you swipe down, it says hidden.
Hidden.
Oh, yeah.
All of mine, all of those messages go there now.
Me too. All of my
right?
weird messages are in hidden.
But it's kind of weird because I'm like, well, how does Instagram know that it's like
Smart.
Maybe like little obviously keywords and stuff.
Yeah.
But there'll be like accounts where like it'll be like a guy's like it's like a private account. You can tell they have like a very few followers, but they'll just be like, hey, what's up? Like trying to be flirty, but it ends up there.
Oh.
So I'm like, how the fuck does Instagram know to like
They
put
know.
that in the hidden? You know what I mean?
Do you guys read all your messages or no? Too
I feel
much?
like I try to, but mostly
Me
because I'm
too.
looking for like just what people are, how are they responding to my content.
Gotcha.
But I
Same.
definitely do get a lot of freaky. Well, obviously I see a spike in my stuff whenever I show my butt. I feel like the DMs go a little bit crazy, the comments.
Yeah.
I feel like I get a lot of love from the girls too, but not from guys and your men.
All your guys' men are in Louie's fucking
Oh,
DMs.
especially when I would go to raves.
Oh,
That's when I would let the body out.
Let me ask you this question.
Yeah, ask me.
Do you get straight guys that are married trying to hit on you?
I do.
That
And
is-
I,
No way, Louie.
I think it's, well, just straight guys in general. I think it's because, and I noticed it a lot more once I got my body done.
Yeah.
And I think it's because, well, I'm a very more like feminine male,
Yeah.
but I still identify like male, you know?
And they'll say, I'm not gay, but I just want you.
Yes. Or there'll be like a lot of straight guys who will like they'll send my own pictures to like the DM and then
Yeah.
reply to it.
Uh-huh.
And then they'll be like, hey, I'm not gay, but, and then it'll
wanna
be
be
like a
with you.
picture of me with my butt out or something. And I'm just like, what's this from the waist down? I look like a girl.
Would you be like, that means you're gay?
I
Your
reply,
reply.
like, you're gay.
Yeah,
my-
let me tell you
No, I'm
something.
like, let me hold your hand while I say this.
Let me tell you real quick.
But yeah, I've definitely gotten a lot of freaky messages since I've gotten my body.
After your work.
Oh,
You
man.
see what you
Oh,
caused?
sorry.
Well, Alex has actually caught dudes like taking pictures,
Oh, yeah.
and I mean, from what I remember this one time we were at a festival and me and
Mm-hmm.
Yoatzi. I mean, I get it. Me and Yoatzi are dressed pretty naked as well, but I still feel like regardless, you
Yeah.
shouldn't be
You
taking
shouldn't be taking
pictures of
pictures of
people.
us.
Yeah.
And we were like in line waiting. Me and Yoatzi
For
were just
food.
like
We're going to get food.
gonna order food, and all we hear is Alex start like kind of telling a guy something.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? So we turn around. He's like, this dude's like straight up taking pictures of your guys' ass. So he like makes him take out the phone. We see the picture. So he has some of Yoatzi, like low angled like picture, and then me.
And some of
But
Louie.
this guy looked like full straight dude. Like he was older and
He
everything.
was older too. Like he looked like he was in his like late 40s.
Yeah.
He was a
but
señor.
He was giving very much like, I don't care if you're a guy. Let me see that ass. I was like, bitch. Because
Let me see that
so I
ass
thought it
real
was just
quick.
pictures of her, and then Alex was like, "No, you too," and I was like, "What the fuck?" So then I saw the pictures, and I was like, "Great."
Yeah, I remember too after I got my first BBL. Like I feel like I've always been pretty. No, I feel like I'm like cute, right? But after I got my BBL, I would get so many more guys just staring at me, staring at my ass. Like when I walk, just like damn. I was like, oh, the BBL effect is real.
Yeah, I feel like you definitely get a lot more looks.
Yeah. Another question that I wanted to ask you. How do I ask this? Just
can you do
about,
another
like-
BBL on me?
Live on the podcast.
right
Here on the table.
He's like,
I brought my cannula. No, about weight gain after BBLs.
What is it good or is it bad?
No, not if it's good, if it's bad, but
Yeah,
just
like, what
how
are you
does that
asking?
happen? Like, how does that happen?
What do you mean?
I mean, so after it depends on your diet.
Because a lot of people have this, I feel like they think that once we get plastic surgery, like we can't gain weight anymore, that we're like perfect and we're going to stay perfect forever.
It's symbiotic. Like Louie is a perfect example. You work out a lot and you maintain your butt and your thighs.
Yeah.
You can't just be a slob afterwards and just like sit on your butt all day and just eat like Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Right.
You got to go to the gym. You got to eat right. You got to maintain your result. Even in those areas where I suck out fat, I mean, it's preferentially going to go to other areas, but it still can go there because we're not taking every single fat cell out. We're taking a lot, but we're not taking it. So you can still get fat there.
Okay.
And obviously your butt can get bigger too because, there's fat.
Right.
Yeah. You'll never lose the fat cells in your butt, like the ones that survive, but you can also make them bigger if you gain weight.
Oh.
I was going to say there was like a moment where I kind of like let go of myself.
Yeah.
I did too. I don't know if you saw our before pictures.
I didn't really post mine. I was scared.
I'll show you mine
But I
after.
feel like it definitely, well, obviously I got fat transferred to my butt. So my butt got really big.
Yeah.
But then that's when I kind of like started going back to the gym and stuff. But it's crazy because I feel like for me, I knew I could like obviously gain weight again.
Yeah.
But then it's crazy because like the weight it's distributed to your body a little bit different. And obviously I wasn't used to weight gain in my butt. So then I was like, oh my God, my butt's getting really big. But then also like me and Yoatzi have talked about this a lot where sometimes I feel like we get like looked down upon at the gym for getting like a shortcut to like our butt. But I'm like, it's part of...
It's symbiotic.
I was
it
like...
works together.
I was like, and then when you are working out, and then I mean, obviously we got like our butts done.
Yeah.
I feel like I like it even more.
Yeah, it looks so much nicer.
Plus, you'll never get hips in the gym.
Yeah,
Right.
and that was one thing.
Yeah, that was another thing that why me and Louie decided to get our BBLs.
You're never going to get like 7 inches down your waist, like in the gym.
Yeah.
Right.
You're going to need help with that.
It's like, especially if you want to like break some ribs.
They'll do it with the weight. They're like, I got this.
But, it goes hand in hand. You got to do both.
Yeah. And I feel like a misconception is just like us not having to worry about weight gain.
Yeah. Or people will be like, why are you going to the gym? Didn't you get a BBL?
Yeah.
Like, what are you going for? I'm like, bitch, well, I want my ass to look fucking fantastic.
And you want to be healthy.
Yes.
Yeah.
And also like, because at the end of the day, like fat is fat. And if like, for example, if I'm getting like fat transferred to my butt, but if I like the times that I did start gaining a lot of weight, I noticed like my butt started looking instead of more like what it looked like when we first did it, it started looking like fat. Like if I were to gain fat, like in my stomach, where like,
Right.
So once I started hitting like the gym again, all of that kind of started going away again.
Yeah.
And I was just like, oh shit. And then your fucking butt grows. It's like how it has a whole mind of its own.
Dude, literally.
Yeah.
After I had my daughter, my second baby, well, first of all, I'm not upset that I got pregnant, but just the timing, because I think I got pregnant like 6 months after you did my boobs.
Yes.
So they were nice and fresh.
Yeah.
And then I got pregnant, you guys. My titties were massive. They were
I remember that.
humongous. And I was like, oh my God. Because
She was like, look at me. I was like,
because I had my implant, and then when you get pregnant, they just
All
get
that estrogen.
humongous. So then after I had my daughter, my titties were huge. My ass was humongous. Like I feel like I was just huge everywhere. And then I went back to you. You did my second BBL.
Yes.
little mommy makeover.
It was just 360 lipo and BBL. So it got me snatched. But I let myself go. So I feel like you did my second BBL and I looked fucking phenomenal. I looked amazing. And I basically got my second BBL just to kind of give me a little bit more projection. But I let myself go completely and I gained a lot of weight. And I feel like I was just like round overall because I let myself
Wait,
go.
because how many months after you had Ella did you get your surgery again?
I think like 6 or 7 months.
Yeah, because she was still in that phase of like all 24/7, obviously to your daughters. I feel like they both, I feel like they didn't have time to themselves. Because I remember she was just getting so upset, but I was like, well, I mean, you just had your baby, and so all your time is going there. She couldn't really take care of herself.
No, I remember I saw you like as I had my daughter, maybe like 2 months. And then I was like, I want a BBL. And he was like, you just had your daughter? Can you at least wait 6 months? And I was like, no. But no, I waited the 6 months and I was like, put me down.
Put me down,
Give
bitch.
me surgery.
Like, do it right now.
But for sure, you have to go to the gym to maintain your BBL.
Yeah.
Like that is ideal.
I mean, as long as you don't let yourself go.
Yeah, like me.
Because I feel like I have a couple of friends who they just didn't let themselves go and they look fine. I was like, that was our fault.
That was our fault. Just don't let yourself
Yeah,
go.
I
Don't
was
fuck up the hot Cheetos every day, bitch.
For real, huh?
That was us. And we're like, why is my ass getting bigger?
The Takis, right? The Takis.
The Takis.
Ooh, the turbos for me.
Yeah.
Earlier, so you guys, we hella forgot about doing fun facts of the fucking century or whatever.
Fun fact, because the conversation is just flowing so nicely.
But instead of doing Yoatzi's dumbass fact, I think Chaudry had some.
Okay.
Are there some, it could be
It
like
could be about anything.
surgery related or anything, but are there any fun facts you would like to share? Well, like, for example, even just you telling us about you were practicing on fucking limbs and arms and all that.
Yeah.
I had no idea. I thought you guys used like fake stuff or like little frogs.
No.
I did too. We're like
That's high
pigs.
school.
Real shit. I didn't even do that. Oh, wait, I did do that.
Yeah, we did that in biology.
I did a pig, I remember.
I did a
Oh,
pig
shit.
and a frog.
Yeah.
What school did y'all go to? I didn't do that. Yeah.
Fun fact, let's do some plastic surgery. So
Okay.
sometimes we use leeches to help suck out the blood if it's too congested. It could either be the titty.
Wait, what?
Yeah, sometimes. Yeah, so like let's say there's not good blood supply going to the nipple after a lift or reduction.
Yeah.
Sometimes that can happen.
Yeah.
For a variety of reasons. And the venous outflow is not good. Get some leeches. They're not from the ground. We get them from a lab, and we just stick them on there, and they suck out the blood. And they also have a natural like blood thinner in their spit.
What?
And so we used to do that, for boobs. Anytime we reattach fingers, we would do that too. And that guy that chopped his dick off?
Yeah.
Yeah, we put on his dick too.
He was on join it.
Yeah, because sometimes the veins aren't working well. So this is like, you can say an external vein, so just sucking all the blood.
Oh, so just to get that blood like circulating
And thin.
again.
Yeah.
Oh.
And another thing, something that's new, if you like getting nutted in your face, they get salmon sperm now to your face.
Wait,
Salmon?
what?
Yeah, to help rejuvenate your skin,
There's
collagen.
no way.
Like
Yeah.
the fish?
Yeah, they put salmon sperm on your face. It's this new like filler product. It's made out of salmon sperm, and it's FDA approved for topical microneedling. But some people are injecting it too.
No
To help
way.
yeah, fine lines, wrinkles, UV damage, stuff like that. So,
When I'm in the ocean, I'm like, I find a
Give me that
salmon.
shit.
so if you like getting jizz in the face,
Bitch, I
And
do
why?
that.
Do you know why salmon?
apparently some of the polynucleotides are really good. I don't know.
What
That's
about
too smart
my
for me.
man's sperm?
What?
Like,
Wait,
does that work?
That's like a whole ass fucking rumor. Some people
That's
fully
like a
believe.
myth. Yeah.
Maybe.
No,
Which-
it makes
which-
me
which-
break out.
It
kidding.
doesn't work for me.
If you want, we can PRP or microneedle it.
Oh, I bring it in a little cup. I'm like,
He
here
has
we go.
Alex go like one day before. And he's like,
It's like, all right.
that's crazy.
I'm dead.
Wait,
Those
what,
are really good.
wait, what were the little fishes called again?
Leeches?
Oh, leeches.
Leeches?
Oh, are you talking about the salmon sperm?
No. What you were saying about the whole titty leech?
Oh yeah, leeches.
Wait, is
Do
that the
they-
same thing as a lychee martini?
No,
No?
bitch.
No, if you look, it looks like a slug. They've been doing
Yeah.
it since like ancient Egypt, BC, like before Christ.
I think they do like a leech, like your toes, right?
Yeah.
Oh, the
that's-
little fishes that like
That's
eat.
different, but the fishy thing, that's different in Thailand.
Oh, yeah, that is.
Not the fishy
Yeah.
thing. They're
But some
just
people
leeches.
therapeutically do it just for the hell of it to like get.
Oh,
I don't know if that
hell no.
works great, but medically. But we use it for plastic surgery.
Does it hurt?
I know people that have had it done. I mean, they have like spiky little teeth,
Also, oh my god, they have to bite you.
Yeah, and it just sucks the blood out.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
That's.
Oh, Alex
Sorry,
is
y'all,
showing
he's
us
showing
a
me a little
picture of a
picture.
leech
leech.
therapy.
Oh, they look like slugs.
So you're a leech.
Bitch. They look like little elephants. Ew, the fucking mouth.
And
Oh my god, the
and they
mouth
get-
is
Is that it?
Yeah, they get
disgusting.
fat and swollen when they get suck out all the blood too.
Oh.
They fall off.
Oh, because they're full.
Yeah, they're full.
They're like, I'm done.
And then we kill them in alcohol.
Oh, after they're
After they
done
did all the hard
working.
work.
they
Like
just
they don't
kill
get
them.
board certified after that. Damn, that's crazy.
They don't get their BBL license. I'm dead.
Oh, well, this was such a good topic. I feel like
love
just
this
all
episode.
things BBL. I learned a lot of things that I didn't know about surgeries and how you became a doctor, cutting up other people
How he
who donate
became
their bodies.
Dr. Chaudry, the BBL king.
BBL king.
Age 23, I got my MD.
That's crazy.
That
I went-
is so crazy.
Yeah, I went to med school at 18.
I was gonna say that's such a young age to
Yeah,
like.
I went to an accelerated medical program. 6 years out of high
Wow.
school.
Because you were like really smart.
I mean, I'm a hustler.
I'm a
That's
hustler.
good. No, and
He's
it's
pretty and smart.
pretty and a hustler. All right.
Pretty and a hustler.
Well, I think it's really cool how even at such a young age you're already like, this is what I want to do, and you went
Yeah.
full
I
into
kind of
it.
I was just always like that. I was like, this is what I want. That's what
I
I
love
want to do.
that.
This is why I want to be in Beverly Hills. This is what I want to do. This is what I want to
and
do.
now
You
he
had a
drives
goal.
a McLaren.
He does.
We're
if
gonna
you-
take pictures.
So if you ever see a McLaren, it says BBL King. Just know that's Dr.
That's
Chandri.
Dr.
Chupapi Muñoz right under.
Oh, it's literally right under where it says BBL King.
I'm dead. That's so funny.
Well, we loved having you on our
Thank you for
podcast.
having me. It's always a pleasure.
Thank you so much.
And thank you for opening up about surgeries and telling us so many fun facts and giving the girls more information.
Of course.
And you guys should definitely check him out. We'll make sure to have his links in the description box below.
Yes.
And thank you for our voluptuous butts.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
thank you
You're
for
welcome.
my BBL and my chichis and my
pleasure.
buccal fat. I'm just kidding.
The whole
next?
list.
I know what's next. I'm like, we're having a consultation after this podcast.
Literally. Thank you guys so much for listening.
Thank you,
And we'll see y'all
guys.
on our next one.
Bye.